If you need cheap and reliable coins, head on over to my sponsor AOEA.com and use my code VIC for 3% off. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a New York Giants rebuild with the new addition of Kadarius Tony. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't really want rebuilds that much, but the draft did happen. I'm trying to do as much as I can. A lot of people do like rebuilds. A lot of people like Wheel of Franchise. It's just a preference. So a lot of you guys may be saying, oh my god, Rashad Bateman was on the board. Why did they take Tony? Number one, they probably couldn't have traded back again because they already traded back. Number two, Jalen Waddle was off the board at number 6, which was honestly surprising. Number 3, this was a very underrated pick. So this is the overlook of the team. We have Danny Dimes here, and obviously, as you guys thought before, oh, Kadarius Tony was not the pick. You guys got to think about it this way. Kenny Galladay, physical guy. Sterling Shepard, route runner. Darius Slayton, he shows potential, but you don't know if he's going to be a good receiver 3. And the third reason why they picked up Kadarius Tony is because, yes, they got John Ross, but they need a speed separator. John Ross has proven no route running ability, no true amazing, what's that called, ball finding ability, where he can't really find it in the air and then he loses position on it. Really weird. Also, they got Aziz Ojari. I don't know how you pronounce that last name. I know it for a fact I butchered that and everyone's gonna kill me in the comments, but I thought he was a first round talent. I gave him star development because obviously rookies only get normal development whenever their roster is made, so you kind of have to adjust it for yourself. And everyone else here seems pretty solid. This seems like a very young and good team, except for Danny Dimes. He has a lot to prove this year. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Buccaneers, as we are 4-4. Okay. In second division behind the Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-2, I believe. And looking into it, Danny Shelton don't want back. All these other guys here I don't want back. There are some rookies that shouldn't be here. So anyways, guys, other than that, it's time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Cowboys, and we didn't make the playoffs. Not really a surprise. I don't know what's going on with my voice. 7-9. Okay. Danny Dimes was not that good. 28th best offense in the league and 31st best defense. Was horrible. 3,800 yards, 23 TDs, 14 interceptions. Bad season. Barkley, 8 TDs, 5 per carry is great. Kadarius Toney, 6 TDs, 1,000 yards, great. Whenever you put someone in the slot with the Titans playbook, I'm telling you, they get numbers. Blake Martinez, 129 tackles for a loss, 16 for Leonard Williams. Sacks on team is going to be 6.5 for Aziz. That's what I'm going to call him for now. I know I butchered that. James Bradbury with, 5 interceptions? Safeties is a 1 for Danny Shelton. I guess he put up numbers at least. And 1 defensive touchdown for Jabril Peppers. So anyways, guys, pretty good season overall for the Giants. Just need to improve a little bit, so let's just move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Broncos and Drew Lock and Patrick Surtain beat Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. That's interesting. Cam Newton wins MVP with the Patriots this time. That's interesting as well. But okay, I guess. And looking into the retirements for the NFC East, yeah, I go over here. Cameron Wake retires as an Eagle. I see him in like every rebuild. He always gets picked up in free agency, but never in real life. Let's look into the re-signings now. Danny Shelton has regressed to 1 overall. Don't need him. Everyone else here, I just don't have an interest for. So let's look into the team to see if there is any development upgrades. And looking into it, just a reminder, I did, and is it there? No, okay. I thought for a second that Kadarius Toney got superstar, but that was just Kenny Galladay with a superstar. That's my fault. Leonard Williams, though, on the other hand, did get superstar. Kadarius Toney, I did give him star to start off, just to let you know. Blake Martinez got star development for 129 tackles and a decent tackle for a loss. James Bradbury was superstar development as well. I like our DBs. I did move Logan Ryan back down to defensive back. If he ever did play defensive back, I'm pretty sure he did. If he didn't, excuse me, I'm sorry. But anyways, guys, other than that, it's time to move to free agency. Here we are after free agency, as we didn't really have anyone that I really wanted to sign. So, and yes, we do have money. It's just like free agency wasn't that good. I offered Quentin Spain. He rejected. So let's just move to the draft. So we got Danny Dimes replacement. Kevin Mays, 76 overall, hidden development, ranked number 4 in the class. Great pickup. Next, we're trading away Danny Dimes, Sterling Shepard. I know it's Sterling Shepard, and a 4th round pick for Brandon Scherff. I need to up my O-line. I know this seems unrealistic. Washington football team needs a QB and another receiver. I just don't need Sterling Shepard. He's just not a necessity for me. So this is the team after the draft, and I know that seems like an unrealistic trade, but you can't tell me that a team can go 4 whole years without making any trades and then call that a quote-unquote realistic rebuild. You can't tell me we draft a new QB, then don't trade away Danny Dimes. Yeah, I just cut Nate Solder. I'm not dealing with that cap. He was being paid like $12 million a year to be a second-string right tackle. Yeah, no thanks. And everyone else here, I'm not going to complain about that. So if you are complaining about the trade, I needed it online. It was necessary. It was fair in my opinion. So here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the Buccaneers this time, finishing 5-2. That's great to see that our rookie QB is performing top of the division. Looking into the re-signings here, we have Evan Ingram, 85 overall star development, Mr. Drop Passes a lot. That's not really a good nickname. I should probably stop talking. Still, he drops a lot of passes. I don't know how he made the Pro Bowl. Jabril Peppers is here. Of course, I want to re-sign him, as we do re-sign him with Evan Ingram. And you should not be here, as he should be on a 4-year deal, not a 2-year deal. Lorenzo Carter, I kind of like how cheap he is. I don't know how I feel about him. I'll deal with him later. Will Hernandez, he really hit a down year this year, and I think last year was pretty solid, but this year he was not that great. Not in the game in like real life, but I'll still give him a contract only because he has star development. So anyways, guys, it's time to get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Cowboys, as we didn't make the playoffs somehow, finishing 7-9. Okay, we went from 5-2 to 7-9 because that makes a lot of sense. Let's get to the team schedule now so we can see this BS that EA has sent us. Coming off a win to the Buccaneers, loss, win, loss, win. Nice to see that EA simulation is very beneficial on both sides. So let's get to the stats here. And our rookie did amazing. Holy crap, is that MVP? No, third in the race for MVP. Definitely won Rookie of the Year. Amazing year. 4th best offense in the NFL and 18th best defense. Need to improve. And 4,800 yards, 37 TDs, 13 interceptions. Barkley, 4.6 per carry and 1,000 yards. Kadarius Toney, 2,500 yards, 10 TDs, and 6 for Slayton, and 12 TDs for Golladay. Great season. Blake Martinez with 98 tackles. Tackles for a loss is going to be 15 for Dexter Lawrence. Sacks on team is going to be 4.5 for Leonard Williams. Yikes, sacks is down. And 2 interceptions for Lorenzo Carter. It's not good that our pass rusher is getting interceptions and not anyone else. 0 safeties, and defensive touchdowns is 0. So, not that great of a team on defense. Offense, though, I really like what we have. So let's get to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason. Oh, wow, what a surprise. The Browns and the Cowboys. Wow, very interesting Super Bowl. It's not like we've seen it every year. Cam Newton wins back-to-back MVPs, 3rd MVP of his career, according to the simulation. And looking into the NFC East, Everson Griffin retires on the Cowboys, Cowgirls, whatever you want to call them. And let's look into the re-signings here. Lorenzo Carter, 78 overall, didn't get a dev up. I don't want him back. Usually he progresses really, really nicely in the simulation. I guess just EA didn't want to give me that, which I'm okay with. I'm not going to complain about that. Let's look into the team. It looks like Mays here, Kevin Mays, did get Superstar Dev. I think he came with Star Dev, and then being in 3rd for MVP race, he came with he just got the Superstar Dev. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Kadarius Tony, now a Superstar Dev. No duh. 10 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. I almost said 2,000 yards. That'd be insane. But still, offensive line looking pretty good. Defensively, though, everyone here looks the exact same. I don't see any differences. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into free agency. So here we are after free agency, picking up Bradley Chubb to replace Lorenzo Carter. Amazing pass rusher with Superstar. Braden Smith at right tackle. Kyrus Barnes at middle linebacker. And we're also picking up Gus Edwards as a depth back. I was told 2 backs in simulation makes things a lot better, which does kind of make sense. So here we are in the draft, picking up a bust defensive tackle. Terrible. 70 overall. Normal dev. Don't pick up defensive tackles in the first round. Key note. Next, we're picking up a right guard, 75 overall, normal development. Probably going to move him into center or move Brandon Scherf into center, but it's a solid pick. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft. Trying to think where I want everybody. The defense looks really nice. Every piece is filled in except defensive tackle. And yeah, I need a slot DB. I'll fix that later. I'm still trying to think. So let's just get to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Philadelphia Eagles, and looking into it, we are 5-2. Okay, solid second in the division. Looking into it, we have some contracts here. We got Saquon Barkley, 97 overall, superstar X Factor. Of course, I want him back. Up the salary, and he resigns. Actually, a really cheap contract for a halfback of that stature. And looking into James Bradberry contract, yes, he is on the older side, 29. I don't really care. He is superstar dev. Of course, I want him back. Kenny G, of course, I want him back as well. Always repping blue with the Lions and the Giants as he resigns. Leonard Williams here, 87 overall, superstar dev. And I'm going to up his salary as well because he's a pass rusher that we need. Very expensive for an 87 overall, but still, it's realistic because he is a superstar development player. Dory Jackson, I do want back. He's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be, and he resigns. Blake Martinez, I didn't want to give him a contract before, and he is 28, so we will start regression. But since that was a really cheap deal, I will do that. Julian Love, I don't think so. And Darius Slayton, let's see what we have with him. I didn't really want to get him first because at first we did have a lot of receivers, but now I do want him considering the amount of money we have because we don't have to pay a quarterback any salary. Quarterbacks take up a bunch of salary on the team. So anyways, guys, other than that, I'd say that it's time to hop into the playoffs. But no, it's fine. I was reconsidering Blake. So here we are in the playoffs as we actually have a first round bye. And what I was trying to say at the midseason, what I was trying to think about at the midseason as we actually had a really good season was I was trying to think about Blake Martinez's contract, whether or not I wanted to give it to him. But still, very good offense, very good defense, 36 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. I think that was 13 TDs, 5 per carry, 1,200 yards. Amazing season for Barkley. Tony, 12 TDs, 1,100 yards. Ingram with 11 TDs and 807 yards. Defensively, Kyrus Barnes with 128 tackles. Tackles for a loss is going to be 14 for Dexter Lawrence, and sacks on the team is going to be 8 for Bradley Chubb. I expected more. Interception 3 for Adoree Jackson. I'd like a little bit more than that. Safeties on the team is going to be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 1 for James Bradberry. So I didn't really get a chance to see the offense or defensive stats. I mean, not stats, the ranking. So if I said something like, oh, like they were good or bad, like in that previous clip, I'm sorry. That's just how it is. Let's simulate the wild card to see who we're facing. The Dallas Cowgirls, as we're 13-3. My bad if I said a wrong record because I was thinking about Blake Martinez and I was trying to do this stuff at the same time. And okay, cool. I think the Cowboys were 8-8 and we just lost them and we were 13-3. This is why I have to hop into the games and not let EA decide this BS. This is why I genuinely don't like these kind of games. So anyways, guys, it's time to move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. Okay, Baker Mayfield wins MVP with the Jets, and Adam Gase wins Coach of the Year. Yeah, sure, like that'll ever happen. So, let's see what we got here. 13-3, just want to make sure NFC East. Just wanted to clarify, 13-3 lost to 8-8. That's just how it is. Free safety, Earl Thomas retires on the Cowboys. I can see Earl Thomas on the Cowboys. He hasn't played after the Ravens and Chuck Clark incident, but let's look into it. There's no one here that I want to re-sign out of anyone, and let's look into the team to see if there is any development upgrades. And offensively, quarterback still stays the same. Kadarius Toney is now a superstar X Factor, automatically a successful rebuild in my opinion, now that we got him up there. Double me, of course, 92 overall with morale. Doing pretty amazing. I'm definitely going to start him over Kenny Galladay just because of his development. And defensively, I'm trying to think. Yeah, nobody is here. Nobody there got an upgrade, so let's just get to free agency. Here we are after free agency, picking up Fletcher Cox, finally the defensive tackle we needed. Took us a long time. We're also picking up a fullback, so I've wasted a lot of first-round picks on defensive tackles, so let's get to the draft. So here we are in the draft, picking up an outside linebacker as literally like he's a depth player. I don't need him. I don't need anything on this team, so let's just get to the team. So this is the overlook of the team in the final season, and oh my gosh, we have such a good team. The CPU picked a quarterback, 57 overall, hidden dev. That's cool, I guess. This defense is so set. Everything is so good on this defense. Giants defense was already pretty good to start with, honestly. So it's time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Bills. That is not a good sign. But looking into it, we are 4-4 at the midseason mark behind the Eagles. Yikes. I don't know how this kind of a team is 4-4. Brandon Scherff and all these other players like Dexter Lawrence, I don't need to resign because it is the final season. So anyways, guys, on that, it is time to move into the playoffs. So we were in the playoffs coming off a win to the Seahawks as we finished 10-6 top of the division. That's great to see. Kevin Mays had a pretty solid season. 15th best offense in the NFL. 4th best defense is great. And 3,900 yards, 30 TDs, 11 interceptions. Barkley, 7 TDs, 11 TDs for Gus Edwards. 4.9 per carry is amazing. And 1,100 yards. 11 TDs and 1,200 yards for Tony. And tackles for 153 tackles for Kadarius Barnes. Okay, tackles for a loss, 16 for Kadarius Barnes. And sacks on the team is going to be 9.5 for Bradley Chubb. Interceptions is also going to be 5 for James Bradbury. My game is really slow right now. I'll try to eventually speed up. And safeties is 0, and defensive touchdowns is 1 for Adoree Jackson. Great defense, 153 tackles. That has to be Kadarius Barnes for like defensive. Yeah. That's what I thought. No way you're not giving him that. 16 tackles for a loss and 153 tackles is insane. 9-7 Vikings. We all know the Vikings likes to just enter the playoffs just to eliminate the Saints, then leave. Hopefully they don't do that here to us as we beat them here to face the 10-6 Seattle Seahawks. And I'm going to hop into this one. We haven't won the Super Bowl yet, and I don't want to get screwed by EA simulations, so let's just get to the game. So here we are against the Seahawks as it is 14-7. Third quarter, now entering the fourth quarter, now 21-7 against the Seahawks. 3 minutes left in the game, 24-7 as we pull away, take the win, and move on to the conference championship. So we are in the conference championship here to face the Packers, and we've already got the win. Packers don't succeed in the conference championship. They're literally built to make it there and then lose. So anyways, guys, it is time to move into the game. So here we are against the Packers as it is 24-14, now 31-14, entering the fourth quarter, 38-17, now 41-17. Speedy simulation, 41-25 is your final score as we move on to the Super Bowl. So here we are in the Super Bowl here to face my team, the 11-5 Baltimore Ravens. Great to see them there. Can't wait for people to say, oh, Lamar's not a playoff QB. Yeah, shut up. No one likes you. So let's look into the team. Is there any development offensively? No development upgrades offensively. Not this guy. I wanted to go to Kadarius Barnes, now a superstar X Factor. I love how good this guy is in simulation, yet he doesn't have a profile picture. James Bradbury also has superstar X Factor. No surprise there. I expect him to get that in the later future in like real life. So anyways, guys, on that, let's move into the Super Bowl. Here we are in the Super Bowl as it is 7-0 against the Ravens. And second quarter, 7-3, 10-3 now, entering the third quarter really soon. 17-3 against the Baltimore Ravens as we continue to pull away. 17-6 now, and I think we should be good in the fourth quarter. 17-6, 14-17, low scoring game, and that will be one of the probably the second lowest scoring game in Super Bowl history. Wow, okay, we win. Your Super Bowl MVP is going to be Saquon Barkley, 15 carries and 156 yards. 82 was his longest carry and 1 touchdown. 82, that's really good for his longest carry. So that's going to be it, guys. So anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this rebuild. I thank you guys all for watching. I really do appreciate it. My next rebuild, I believe, will be on Najee Harris. If you guys want a specific rebuild, let me know down in the comments down below. Kadarius Toney, 97 overall, superstar X Factor. With morale, of course, 95 without morale. Anyways, it was a successful rebuild. Got him up to a 95 without morale, superstar X Factor, and we won the Super Bowl. Definitely a successful rebuild. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you all for watching. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.